Hey guys, welcome back to ToAD. So this was day 10 downer, which is also the ACC race. So there was a lot of people, there was a lot of money, and here we go, we're starting, and on the left side, in just a second, you'll see we actually had a crash about 100 meters over the line. Bike goes flying. Thankfully Lauren was able to unclip her left foot and keep out of the crash, reclip in, and then we got going again. So after that, I kind of just sat in the back for the first 20 minutes. There were some creams at the beginning that Sierra went for. Actually was not expecting creams at the beginning, so that's why I was in the back. And then, yeah, about 20 minutes in, you'll see Sierra actually comes up to me. She's like, hey, what are you doing back here? You should be at the front. And I was like, you're right. So then I started moving up. So, yep, we're just moving up, and then this stretch was a little bumpy in between the first and second corners, and then the second corner that you'll see here in a second is about 120 degrees, so you have to take it kind of slow. And then the third and the fourth corner kind of blended into one. They were like very swooshy, nice. You didn't really have to break too much through them if you were the first one, so I actually really liked that. The third and the fourth corner. But kind of as usual, we have basically the whole higher dose squad here. We have the whole Fearless Femme squad, the whole Rouge squad, and then myself, Lauren, and Sierra were here still for Winston-Salem. So, and then we have some single riders, importantly like Claudia Marks, and then actually some people I know from down south. So that was neat. So here's the third and the fourth corner I was talking about. So a nice little swoosh swoosh. And then once you exit the fourth corner, you have about, I'd say like 300, 350 meters to the start finish line. So actually I had gotten a little bored of sitting in the pack. And so I decided to spice it up a little bit and see if anyone wanted to kind of go off the front. What I didn't realize was they were going to call another cream again. So they called a $300 or $400 cream on the next lap. So of course the field caught me right away, and then I tried to sit in and go for the cream. But what I didn't realize was one of the Rouge girls had kind of gone a little early, and so she was already way up there and got the cream. And so yeah, but they called another cream again. So I caught up to past the 1K Flips girl here. 1K Flips was actually sending people up the road also, so that made it a little more interesting. But yeah, I caught up to the Rouge girl, and the field was behind me, so again I tried to just slot back in and go for the next cream, but unfortunately it didn't work out for me. I couldn't quite seem to figure out the proper timing of that last straightaway, which is okay. So the field, you'll see here in a second, we were kind of swinging from side to side a lot. So this stretch, I didn't want to be cut off on the left side because the field swings way to the left before the corner, so I just kind of got up the road, and actually I got this. I didn't get very far in this one, but that's okay. Again, like I just tried to stay near the front, and you'll see here what I mean about see the field just swinging all the way over. We on the left side get a little pinched, so that was a little rough for me because I don't like it, but we survived. And then just kind of settled in and tried to stick near the front for a little while. So you'll see there's one of the Singapore riders on the left. One of them actually got a preem, so that was pretty cool. You'll see here we're going for another preem. Unfortunately, I was just a little too far in the back for this one. I thought I was positioned well, but I just couldn't quite come around before the finish line, so I needed probably another couple hundred meters, so I sat back down and just slotted right back in. So passing, I think that's Andrea Sear, And then I thought at this point everyone might be a little bit tired. So I was like, well, I'll catch up to the lead rider and then just kind of keep rolling and see what happens. I kind of had my legs back today, so I felt pretty good. The weather was great. So I just kind of rolled on here, and actually I had Sierra and then one of the, I think, Whoosh girls caught up to me, and I thought it was the entire field. But turns out we were actually just off the front, the three of us, for a couple minutes, but it wasn't going to get anywhere. The higher dose girls pulled us back, which it was worth an effort. It's always worth an effort in my mind, but it didn't go anywhere, which is okay. So we're back in the field, and now we're coming down and getting close to the end of the race. So sometimes we were all bunched up, sometimes we were all strung out. There wasn't exactly a consistent theme here today, but this race we all got pinched on the corner, and on this left side here you actually see the girl next to me hits the wheel of the Aegis girl in front of her, and actually she goes down. So we had about 4 laps to go, and it was just getting a little sketchy. Everyone was bunched together, and they actually called another preem. So I figured it was probably time to move up, and everything got really strung out. So you'll see me here. I'm further up than I might normally be. That corner, somebody clipped a pedal. We almost had somebody go down, or a few of us almost went down, I should say. But thankfully everyone kept it upright. And then this is actually the last lap. So everything was really strung out, then got bunched together all of a sudden. And then this higher dose girl, she starts to go, and I realize she's going to go. So I'm like, well, I'll just hold on to her wheel, and hopefully she'll have enough energy to kind of just drag me around that last corner, and then I'll go for the sprint. So you'll see some people actually came up on our left side, but I'm still sitting like 5th or 6th wheel here, and for me, that's pretty good coming into the last corner because the straightaway is so long. Unfortunately, I stood up right there and my chain dropped, so I couldn't sprint, unfortunately. But I was in position. My chain actually came back on, so I was able to kind of just roll through the finish line. But of course, a lot of people had passed me, so that's day 10. And come back for day 11.